Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolors. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello and welcome back to How to Paint Watercolors with me, Colin. I'll give you a quick run round of the colours. Naples yellow, dioxazine purple with some indigo in it and a touch of burnt umber, Indian red, burnt umber, French ultramarine, dioxazine purple again with a neutral tint, dioxazine purple and indigo with neutral tint and a touch of burnt umber. This painting doesn't actually exist anywhere, I just made this one up. So I'm just going to drop in some Naples yellow, relatively light, dioxazine purple with neutral tint and a touch of burnt umber. Stronger version. I've wet the paper both sides and stretched it. Then we move on to the real stronger one, just to darken this side. If you're enjoying these videos, please click the like button and consider subscribing. Subscribers are always welcome. I want to bring this close to the mountains there. I want a soft evening sky. I'm just taking a kitchen roll and I'm going to very gently just lift out just a couple of clouds, quite subtly. Touch of Naples yellow in here. There's some raw sienna. Say this is just the initial wash layers. Indian red, so that's Indian red, it's not burnt sienna. On this hill line here, dioxazine purple with a neutral tint just along that hillside. We're just going to leave that to dry for the moment. Now that that's dry, what we can do is re-wet these mountains with some clean water. Taking some of the sky colour, I'm just going to add some shadows of the mountains on these. Like I said, I want this weak, so I'm going to add plenty of water to it. Just leaving some light patches in as well. Doing a watercolour can be a bit like layering a cake. I think you might have heard me say this before. Might make that edge on this side just a little darker. Say I don't want them to come too far forward, but I do want a little definition on the top. Mop up any excess water and then we're going to leave that to dry. I'm just taking some of the dioxazine purple indigo with some neutral tint in it, and I'm just going to add a touch more neutral tint, if you can see it there. A neutral tint is just a neutral grey, it's supposed to be an unbiased colour. This is just to make it darker. I want to bring some rocks and stuff out. Just dragging the brush round, creating the shape that I want. If you need a gully, create it with the like a U-shaped form, create a ridge line there. Softening off some of the edges into nothing. Add a little water to this one again, as we're going further back with this mountain, so I'm adding more water to it. Take the excess paint off. I'm just using the tip and the side of the brush to create the shape. Don't get too much paint on your brush when you do this. Making it really pale over here, as this may be hidden by trees, but in case it's not, there's a little something there. Where these rocks are, I'll just re-wet it. Taking some of the mountain colour, we're going to add that in, a defining sharp edge, bringing it into the land so it all looks like one is fading into the other. Just thickening that up and adding a little bit more neutral tint to it to darken it, maybe with a splash of burnt umber. Just want to take the excess off the tip. I'm going to create some soft, craggy bits in the rocks and just allow them to be very soft. This looks relatively strong, but as it dries it will pale. Get rid of any of the hard lines that you don't want just by taking it into the picture with some water. Then I also want to take some clean water along here and just run this in. Just undulate it. Taking some of the sky colour and just wheatening that. And I just want to bring a line of evergreens here, but I don't want them to be too strong, but I do want them to be a little more greyer. So this is the dioxazine purple, basically your sky colour mixed with more neutral tint. And as the brush runs out of paint, it will get lighter. And under that trees is a line of mist. Taking some of the tree colour again and strengthening up this hillside. And also I'm going to add into that a little touch of the Naples yellow. The Naples yellow will turn grey because it's opposite on the colour wheel, it's complementary colour, yellow. And then we're going to leave that to dry. Now your background's nice and dry, and so is your mountains. I'm just going to take some burnt umber and add it to the mixture we were using before with some French ultramarine. And we're getting it into a really darker purple. As we come forward, just going to put the tops of these evergreens in with it. Make them different sizes. Oil brush, an old oil painting brush. And we can just begin to, I hope you can see how I'm doing that. All the hairs are spread out. You can do this with a goat hair mop brush, but keep the mop brush quite dry. Just want to take some of my Indian red straight from the palette because I want to thicken this up. It's sort of a winter, late autumn So on some of these bushes here, I want to drop some reds just to help separate them. Some of the purple and adding that to the red just to get a different purplish shade. Once again darkening this, then ultramarine and burnt umber added to that. And I just want to take a brush, just soften the bottoms of this off, just adding some water to it just to bring it all together.